Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another, well no, actually not legacy video, vintage. So today I am dipping my toes in Vintage Doomsday. Um, so a caveat or two, I have not played Vintage in any meaningful capacity for like 5 or 6 years. And before then, it's not like I was a Vintage regular or anything, but I did play it now and again. I last played, I think it was Eternal Weekend in Paris, which would have been in 2000 and, gosh, I want to say 18 or 19. I'm not sure exactly. Um, but then I played Doomsday. The deck looked a bit different than it does today. I have taken this list from my friend Andreas, Echo Baronin on MTGO of Vintage Supremacy, and Andreas is a very, very powerful wizard, uh, especially when playing in the Vintage format. So I have no doubt that this list is sort of where it needs to be. If I end up sort of finding my feet in Vintage, I would probably like to brew a bit at some point, but for now, I think it's more correct to sort of stay withdraw within the lines, so to speak. So for the experienced Vintage players among you, I apologize in advance for any giant punts I'm about to make. I have not played. This will be my first match of competitive Vintage since I don't know when. And so I have a massive sort of gap in format knowledge. I tried to sort of quiz Andreas as much as I could, just to get a couple of pointers in about what to look out for, but mostly I am going in blind here. So if I run into any open daggers, it's because I am very new to the format. So you'll be learning with me. Or rather, no, the experienced Vintage players will be shaking their heads at me, I suppose. Uh, People inexperienced with Vintage will be learning with me. Um, yeah, and like I'm really interested in how this plays. It has some clear overlaps with Legacy Doomsday, but some very clear differences. Just briefly touching on the deck list. So this deck can only win, aside from Street Wraith beatdowns, with Thassa's Oracle, same as most Legacy lists in the main deck. But this has different ways of getting there. This has Doomsday, but it also has Demonic Consultation, a card you might know from if you play CEDH. It's, I believe, never been illegal in Legacy. Basically, what this does is you can do it in either order, but what you typically do is you play Thassa's Oracle, and then if it resolves, then with the trigger on the stack, you cast Demonic Consultation. You name a card that's not in your deck, and then you exile your entire deck, and then the Thassa's Oracle trigger resolves. So that's sort of a backdoor win. This can also just like you can like tutor for a demonic for a force of will, for instance, if it's like you're about to die to a combo or whatever. Other than that, this is vintage. We get to play with necropotence, which is just insane. Um, Conveniently costs black, black, black. So dark ritual this out on turn one. Draw like or put 10 or 12 or 15 cards in your hand. Sculpt the perfect 7, and then win next turn. Is the plan. We don't get 4 brainstorm or 4 ponder for that matter. So we don't like we aren't going to be making the same piles to win, but we do get like Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, and Gush, which all of those are just obviously at an incredible power level, and you can mostly, I would assume, cobble together what you need to win. Street Wraith mostly, I would assume, acts as a way to draw into what is either going to be Gush or Ancestral Recall for the same turn wins. So they just act as proxies for those cards, I guess. The one of Sleight in Hand lets you beat stuff that cares about drawing cards. So this doesn't draw. It basically lets you draw one card for free, without like under a Narset or a Bowmasters or Leovold. Then the sideboard, we have a lot for the shops matchups, which I suppose is both like workshop aggro, I'm guessing, and the jewel deck, which is I've seen like seems to be popular. We have a third days, which Andreas told me is for the Bazaar matchups, that where like days I suppose can be neat in that they often aren't able to pay mana. I'm not sure, but also like just like more free interaction. Mind break traps, yeah, couple of those for the combo mirrors. I think maybe there's supposed to be like a force of negation here, but I think I'm gonna go with this. So we also have a couple of dresses for, I suppose, combo and control matchups, and a couple of cut downs and a couple of snuff outs. These were 3 and 3 when I first saw the list, but um, we decided that like adding 2 dress downs, because they sort of overlap in that dress down can like turn off important creatures from your opponent at end of turn, then you can combo. Only caveat is you need then for your combo to turn to involve either passing the turn or having access to Time Walk, because you obviously don't want Dress Down in play when you put Oracle into play. But also because like what we can lose to is like Ursus Saga, and that seems to be a very popular card in the format. So having something that works there seems kind of fine. But okay, I'm not gonna say much more. Hope you enjoy this. Let's go cast some insanely powerful cards. Okay, on the draw for round number 1, I have what I can only assume is a keepable hand. Let's go. Let's hope we don't get like turn 1 here or like something. Oh, it's Bazaar. Well, that's we have a daze. So what we can do is we can Demonic Tutor for Black Lotus and just cast Doomsday, but I think the Bazaar deck is pretty good at like putting a lot of pressure on your life total. Oh, it's Dredge. Okay. Um, and there's a hollow one. Let's see how many creatures they can put into play here. Oh no! God damn it. Okay. Grieferino. Oh, I thought I was in the clear here. Didn't think about Grief. So I assume it's between the Doomsday and the Demonic, I suppose. Okay, so they take Demonic Tutor. Grief dies. Can they do anything else? Chalice for 0. Wow, what a hand. Okay, well, I mean, we're not really doing a lot then, unless we draw a Dark Ritual. Do I probe here? So this Chalice for 0 is a big problem, because I think it means no matter what, I have to pass the turn once I Doomsday. So what we could do here is just hope to draw a Dark Ritual, and then on turn 3, I guess, cast Doomsday, and then cycle into what we need. Okay, so they dredge. They don't hit in. What is this? There's cards here I don't know. Silver Moat Ghoul. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, return it from graveyard to play. You can sack it to draw a card. That's good. How are they gaining life? I'm sure I'll learn. Okay, there's an Icarid now. Ugh, I really don't like my position here. Preordain, okay. So I think I cast Preordain. I think maybe I'm supposed to fetch beforehand. That stupid Chalice for 0, huh? Well, there's a Dark Ritual. That's good. So the Icarid can come in next turn. So they'll be attacking for 7. So I'll be at 7. I'll be at 6. And then I don't know that there's a way I can then win, because using any mana after my Doomsday if it's on 3 lands, I will only have land drops. So like if I cycle this, I guess what I can do is use a fetch land maybe. But no, if I'll be at 6, then I'll be at 3 post Doomsday. Damn. I'll be at 3 post Doomsday. And then, like, if I cycle Gataxian Probe, or cast a Gataxian Probe for Friction Mana, draw Oracle, fetch with my Misty. No, that's also still, like, there will be 3 cards left in the deck, I think. Damn. Not sure if I'm, like, missing anything obvious here, but something tells me I'm not. Suppose there's a sick world where they don't, oh, this is how they gain life, I guess, right? Doesn't this gain you life? Yeah, okay. Alright. Even more pressure on me here. Yeah, so I take 7, I'm at 5. Okay. I'm at 5. And I'm at 4 from Doomsday, or from the Misty Rainforest Day. I don't think I have a way to win here. Is there a way that I can generate more blue mana? Necropotence. Funny. So I can fetch, or rather, let's think about this. So I can cast Dark Ritual, cast Doomsday. Then I'm at 2. And then I can pay a mana with my other Underground Sea to cast Gataxian Probe. Drawing what? Nothing, right? Because even if it's like Brainstorm, because of the Chalice for 0, I can't do anything. All right. That sucks. I am kind of worried about not having like any graveyard hate, but I was told that that's what the third days is for. Is there anything else here that makes sense? Does Mindbreak Trap do anything here? Probably not, right? Because so how many spells do they play on turn 1? Here they Bazaard, then they got a hollow one into play, and then play Chalice. So like 2. I don't think Mindbreak Trap makes a lot of sense here. I have no real opinion on what I'm boarding out. Maybe a Street Wraith, but then on the other hand, like I think I kind of want velocity. Like I want to be able to turn 1 here. Maybe having 2 delve spells is a little bit like of a flight of fancy. I think maybe I'll remove the Treasure Cruise, keep the dig through time. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I don't think Dress Down does anything meaningful. And here my knowledge of the rules, like I'm not sure if Dress Down shuts off abilities of things in graveyards, but I wouldn't expect that it does. But even so, it's like for 1 turn, so I'm not sure if that's where we want to be at. Imagine if we had been on the play there, we could have like just gone for Demonic Tutor, and then Lotus, and then Doomsday with Day's backup for the Chef's Kiss. Yeah, I'll keep this. Has Doomsday. It's kind of missing mana. Okay, so there's Serum Powdering. Right, so that lost them a Force of Negation. Kind of sucks that Flusterstorm doesn't beat Grief. So I'm gonna Gataxian Probe here. And they went to 6, okay. So their hand is bizarre, it's Wasteland. They do have the Grief, and they have, Force of Vigor. The Wasteland is kind of rough here. I think I'm gonna Preordain, but they can get Bizarre down and Wasteland on the same turn. Let's bottom both of these. Kind of looking for mana. Oh, come on. In a format with only 1 Brainstorm, I'm just drawing clunkers here. They saw the bottom, they're going to Wasteland me. They saw the weakness. Well, I guess they can just Grief first. Learn that I am shit out of or lands. And I think if you're them, it's almost free to wasteland here because like I don't have a 1 mana spell aside from the Flusterstorm. Nothing proactive for 1 mana. So if they wasteland me here, even if I do draw land, there's nothing I can really do with that 1 mana. So yeah. Land. Black Lotus. Okay, that was very good. That was probably the best draw in my deck. And I think I'm supposed to Necropotence here, right? Like, so like Force of Vigor, they can Force of Vigor my Necropotence, but that won't matter. I will have done everything I wanted to do. Do I Doomsday though? Doomsday pass? But then what? Like, I can't draw into a land. No, I think it's the Necro. All right, and I am going to do this probably down to. Well, I don't want to get Creeping Chilled. Like if they just play the Basara, tap it. So I'm gonna go down to, I guess, I don't know, like 6. Because I also want to be able to Force of Will. Maybe 7, because then I can fetch land, Force of Will, get Creeping Chilled. Yeah. Okay. Go to my end step. Yield to all of these. Let's see what we get. Okay, so they Force of Vigor it, exiling. Aren't they supposed to exile something here? Oh, they exiled the Force of Vigor. Okay, so their hand is, yeah, that's fine. That's not bad. So we're gonna go to discard. And hey, hang on. Whenever you discard a card, so because this is no longer in play, I don't have to exile any of this stuff I discard, I believe. So let's get rid of some of these Doomsdays. And I guess maybe one of the Flusterstorms. And the Mystical Tutor. So how many more do I need? I have 15 in hand. The Vampiric Tutor can go too. So I'll be keeping Flusterstorm, Gush, Force, maybe the Street Wraith. What's down here? So Daze, Force, Daze, maybe the second Daze. Yeah. Okay, I'll try this. We'll be getting our draw steps now, so that's also something. Okay. Let's hope things don't go too nuts here. Okay, there's a hollow one. Do I force this? I think I force this. Buy myself some time. Okay. Well, I'm gonna Doomsday here, and we have to just hope to kind of not get like run over by something with haste. The thing is they can Bazaar in their upkeep, right? But then the Icarid can't trigger, I don't believe. Okay, so Thassa's Oracle. I guess second Thassa's Oracle, maybe? I don't know. They somehow managed to beat it. We'll be at 2. I guess Creeping Chill gets us here. Damn. I guess I didn't do my math. Okay, so I want to draw basically a land. And then I want to cast Gush, draw 2 more cards. One of them is going to be the Oracle. The other one can be a Force of Will. And then we don't care about whatever else happens. Let's take a Black Lotus, make them somehow like maybe try and go for see if they can draw their chalice. They're never going to do that. So let's just see here. Okay, so we draw Underground Sea, we play it, we tap it, cast Gush, draw Thassa, Force of Will. But then maybe we're better off drawing Thassa plus Black Lotus because then we can fluster if they somehow manage to find, I don't know what it would be. Like they they aren't going to get any cards. They could like randomly get a, no, no, I think this is fine. Yeah. Okay, so bottom is backup Oracle, then Lotus, and then Thassa and Force of Will. Alright. Please don't creeping chill me here. I'm due for them to hit the chill, aren't I? They're gonna get to dredge so much here. Woof! Dodged it. Now their draw step, they also get to do it there. Oh, come on. Oh, wow. I got lucky. I got so super lucky. I don't know how many creeping chills they play, but something tells me it's 4. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this out. And Oracle. There we go. All right, cool. We're on the scoreboard here, at least in this round. I think probably this is still fine. I don't think I'm gonna be swapping anything up here. This deck feels kind of scary to play against. And this hand feels a little bit low on power. But I'm gonna keep, I think, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan. Yeah, I think I am. Okay. I'll keep this, but not loving it. They mulligan to 5. They go down to 4, down to 3. Okay. I guess that's sort of what this deck is all about. The Bazaar deck. You must find Bazaar. 3 cards. Okay, they Serum Powder. Mulligan to 2. Wow, okay. Is this how it's gonna end? Okay. They found 2. Okay. Let's see. Okay, they found dredgers, so that's very good for them. Okay, I'm gonna start by cycling the Street Wraith, I believe. There's a Doomsday. I think I'm supposed to Ancestral Recall on their turn. I don't know how much it matters. Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to do it now, but I'm not so sure if I'm supposed to wait until after they dredge. Because they are going to dredge, so they're not going to draw any cards. Maybe I do Ancestral here. Target myself. Okay, it's not good at all, unfortunately. They get to go nuts here. I think I'm gonna lose to a mulligan to 2 here, so we can put that up on the old bucket list. So they found 2 Icarids. Does it say black creature or black card? Black creature, okay. Okay, now they get to get that one into play. Lovely. Well, we can Doomsday, and then we can take 3, 4, 7, 10 damage. So that's probably not what we are looking for here. I'm gonna start with a Preordain. Doomsday can go. Maybe Mock Sapphire stays. I mean, I'll be taking a lot of damage next turn. I think maybe even if they hit another Creeping Chill, I'm taking 13, if the math I did before was correct. I'm not sure what 1 Mock Sapphire... Actually, let's draw the Mock Sapphire. Let's play it. And let's hope we draw something that draws a card next turn. And if they get a haste creature in here, I don't know how many they play. No creeping chills. Okay, so we're taking 10, right? So we're at 4. So it's pretty simple. We need to draw something that draws a card and isn't a Street Wraith. Nope. Bummer. GG's. All right. Well, that was I don't know. That I don't know how I played that versus how I was supposed to play that, but like I think I'm supposed to try pretty aggressively to get an early Doomsday, and I didn't have the courage to go down to 5 cards there. I'm not sure if I was supposed to. I also, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to save the Ancestral, which obviously if I'd had the Ancestral right now I could have won, but that's then I wouldn't have drawn the Doomsday, I don't think. Or I'm not sure anyways. I wouldn't have gotten this deep, so I wouldn't have had the Moxen and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to mulligan more aggressively or what. It does feel somewhat rough just not having any like interaction with what they're doing. Like they basically get to goldfish you, and then it's a question of like, are you able to go faster? All right, well, lessons learned and all that stuff. Let's hit round number 2. All right, on the play for round number 2, this name I think is a big Vintage player, Montolio. Okay, I'm gonna keep sort of no protection and no fast mana, but useful spells and our combo, so that seems like reasonable. I have to say, like this is my first Vintage League in forever, and there is like 1/5 of the amount of players that there are in the Legacy Leagues. And so far I have queued in almost instantly, which is very nice. I was worried that I would have to sit and wait for like 5s or 10s of minutes just in the queue. All right. I also love me a Cataxian Probe. Secretly, I miss this in Legacy. I'm not saying I don't think it's like correct for it to be banned, but yeah. Okay, we draw another land. Okay, this is a shop stack. Ugh. Chalice of the Void. So we're gonna get just Sphered of Resistance out of out of everything here. Okay, that's scary. Would kind of love to find a Force of Will or a Dark Ritual, I suppose. Well, no, not Dark Ritual. That's gonna not be a factor next turn. Okay. So I'm gonna bottom the Dark Ritual. They are, I think, very well. I don't know. This is Vintage, so maybe the Chalice is for Zero a lot more of the time. I don't know. Like in Legacy, it's just instantly a Chalice. You see this? It's a Chalice for 1, right? Oh, it feels like such a giant punt to keep the Dark Ritual if they do make it for 0. But if they make it for 1, but if they make it for 0, it's like actually secretly super good. Okay, screw it. I'm gonna risk it here. I'll put both on top. If they make it for 1, then I can Mishra's Forks, I'm sure. That's how that gets cast off of that as well. I guess they make it for 0. Okay. I mean, that was sort of what we were hoping for. So I can't Dark Ritual Doomsday now, but I can preordain right now if I wanted to. And then next turn I can either Dark Ritual Doomsday or Demonic Tutor. As fate would have it, this is not a deck that cares that much about, or as much about Chalice of Zero. We saw in round 1 how much it actually hurt us. I think I'm okay taking, I don't know, like Dig Through Time is instantly shut off after we Doomsday. So if I take this, it's going to be because they like wasteland us or play another sphere or something. I'm gonna bottom it, actually. Street Wraith I don't hate. Not at all. Okay, passing here, hoping really hoping not to get wastelanded. They have a revoker. That's I should probably be ticking these off. There's the revoker. What do you name here? Cold name the Sculling Tarn? No, it says non-land, right? Yeah, never mind. Oh, Street Wraith, I got. Okay. And there's Nurse's Saga. Okay, well. So I think I think we can still win. Maybe. All right, so let's say I put in Watery Grave here. I go down to 15, and then I Dark Ritual Doomsday. I put Gush on top. And then I Gush, tapping 2 of my 3 lands, pay 1 mana for them. I'll have 1 mana floating and 1 untapped Watery Grave. I'll draw the thing. I'll draw what am I blanking on here? No, I already have the Thought Oracle. Okay, so I'll draw then it doesn't matter what I draw because then I will just play my Scalding Tarn and fetch. So I mean, I think that's correct. I think the fetch means that we draw effectively 3 cards by only spending 1 mana. So again, we lose to Wasteland. But can't beat everything. We also lose to removal, but I don't expect there to be removal. If they make like a big walking ballista, then maybe. Okay, so we put in Underground Sea. Oh, actually, is there a world where they play something ridiculous like an Archon? That then doesn't matter but there's not. This is not a white deck. I wouldn't expect. Okay, so let's just see here. We can put the second Oracle in. We need Gush to be the top card. We could draw, I guess, Force of Will, but I don't think we'll have the mana to cast the Force of Will. So let's say we need 1 more card. Does it matter? I think it matters, but is there a world where they do something that lets us search for a basic island? Probably not, or a basic land. Let's just see here. Okay, so oh, I forgot the Gush. Never mind. That's no good. There we go. Okay, so I draw Gush, play my Scalding Tarn, I float 2 mana, use 1 of them to pay for Gush, returning to Underground Sea. I draw Force. I have blue floating plus untapped Grave. Then I fetch with Scalding Tarn, get the Sea, and then we have enough mana to play Thassa, but not do anything with the forces, so whatever. But I think this is what we do. All right, so Sea on the bottom, second Oracle. Or actually, hang on. I think we need to put Oracle as one of the cards we draw. I don't know that there's a way they can like take a card out of our hand, but just in case. All right, so we need to dodge Wasteland. Come on. How about we dodge a Wasteland one time? We know 3 of their 5 cards. No, actually 2 of their 5 cards. Okay, not a Wasteland. That's an Ancient Tomb. We're down to 5. All right, let's hope they aren't able to do anything too mean to us. I guess then the whole fetch land thing wasn't necessary because we already. I mean, I'll do it because no, never mind. There's going to be a massive construct next turn, so it won't matter. But nah, I'll still do it. I'll just fetch and let's play the Oracle. All right, sweet, got there. Alright, so this is a shop's deck, so we'll need all the steel sabotages. I don't hate the dress downs. I think sometimes they like vomit out a million things on turn 1. So maybe Mindbreak Trap is a consideration. So what instantly can go away? Well, I would say the 4 Flusterstorm. On the draw, maybe Daze isn't the greatest. Is there anything else? Well, there's a Mental Misstep that can go. That's 7 cards. So maybe out with those 7. In with these 6 and then one of the Mindbreak Traps. And just have it. I don't know. Maybe the Sleight of Hand can go and the second Mindbreak Trap comes in. Like, I think Mindbreak Trap, ideally you want it on turn 0. Which, granted, having only 2 is not that likely, but twice as likely as if we only had 1. Okay, no Mindbreak Trap, but we have a Force of Will, which I kind of like. Oh, kind of love to see the mulligan here. I believe if they keep 7, they probably have more than one thing that we have to worry about. Force of Willing. They do mulligan to 6. Alright, Ancient Tomb. Thorn of Amethyst. I do kind of like Force of Willing this. I think I'm going to pitch Time Walk here. Not sure if that's dumb or what. Well, Taxian Probe. Let's see what is coming next turn. So they have a Mindbreak Trap, and they have Ghost Quarter. And so they can start pooping out stuff with Saga, and eventually they'll have Karn. So, no Lock Piece next turn. This is artifact spell, right? So, no Karn. But I do actually kind of like both of these. I'll put the Steel Sabotage on top. So, if they do Ghost Quarter us here, we'll shuffle away the Preordain, which is obviously not ideal. But if they, yeah, okay. So they Urza's Saga us here. Let's shuffle so that we don't have to shuffle post Preordain in case we find 2 cards that we like and want to spend mana. Necropotence. Okay. I mean, maybe I don't hate drawing Necropotence. But then if they Ghost Quarter us out, we can't get the basics. We don't have a basic swamp, so we won't have 3 black. So maybe that was dumb. Do I bounce this? I think maybe I do bounce this. Save my life, and make them have to choose between making a construct and redeploying this. I could also gush in response to a Ghost Quarter, but I really don't want to set myself back that much on lands. Yeah, I can't stop that. And that also, like, is somewhat rough on our ability to win with Doomsday on the same turn because of, I guess Gush does pull a lot of weight there. They also have the Mindbreak Trap though, so. But yeah, because of like they're null rotting all of our artifacts. So they just plus Karn. Plus Karn. Interesting. Mindbreak Trap. Hilarious. Okay, I am gonna play Necro here. That's sort of what I have. Then they can Friction Revoker Necro next turn, but by then it will have done what it needs to do. Okay, so let's draw down to what? 7? 6? No, 7. No, 8 then, I guess, right? Because, so the thing is, we're going to have to Force of Will their Mindbreak Trap. we're gonna have to Doomsday and maybe like cycle a Street Wraith. So that means if we're at 8, we force Mind Break Trap down to 7. We Doomsday down to 3. We can cycle Street Wraith. Yeah, something. That's just 7 cards though. Maybe that's not enough. So if I go to 7, I Force of Will down to 6. That's the same, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Let's hope we get some good ones, because these are all we're going to be getting. No Force of Will. That's unfortunate. Can we win now? Let's, well, maybe we can win. So we Doomsday. The problem is if we have to Mind Break Trap, not Mind Break, if we have to Dark Ritual, then it's 1 spell, 2 spells. And then the Gush is 4. Alright, so, yeah, I think we get rid of the Watery Grave, because I'm not going to be shocking that in, I don't think. Then we can get rid of a Preordain and a Mind Break Trap. And I guess probably Dress Down. I don't think we'll be needing that. Alright, and all that gets exiled. Alright, let's see what the damage being done here is. I suppose they can Karn wish for like a lock piece. They also get to tutor up. I don't know how that works. Can you tutor up a Chalice and it just is for 0? Okay, so they're making a construct. They can get Black Lotus, I guess. Have a lot of mana. Pithing Needle, okay. I don't think we care about Pithing Needle. Necropotence, okay. There's Mox Jet. They have Revoker, and that was it. Inventor's Fair. Tap 4 to search. They don't have 4 mana. There's the Revoker. Okay. That name's Street Wraith, I guess. So yeah, Street Wraith. Okay, I guess depends on what they get here. But it looks pretty good for us, I believe. Okay, let's see what they get here. It's a Chalice, then... Oh no, they just plus it again. Interesting. Alright, so... No Ghost Quarter activation. Interesting. Is this a May search? I believe it is. May search, yeah. Okay, so if we Dark Ritual Doomsday, we'll have 2 untapped mana. We can make that 3. So if we just Ponder then they either have to Mind Break Trap the Ponder, in which case we're all happy, right? Because then we get to Gush. And if they don't, we get to Ponder and grab Force of Will. Then we Gush. So the top 2 cards could be Force... Oh no, I was going to say Force of Will plus... Yeah, if we just make it Force of Will plus Ancestral Recall, isn't that just it? Yeah. No, hang on. They have Karn, so our Black Lotus doesn't work. Never mind. No. Oh, gross. Then can I even win here? If I go Dark Ritual Doomsday, then... cast the Ponder. it gets Mindbreak Trap, then I gush, grabbing Oracle, and uh, then I have to use the fetch land as a means of cycling, like drawing a card effectively. Yeah. So I think this means we have to use Dark Ritual basically. There's no tapping 3 lands here because I just forgot that Karn is an Alrod. So all of our artifact mana are gone here. Okay, so we want the Thassa's Oracle. We want a basic island. And then we want Force of Will. Then I don't think anything else really matters. We can't get rid of Karn. Maybe a second Force of Will in case we end up with a shuffled library somehow. Like if they Ghost Quarter our fetch land, in which case also having like a second Thassa is maybe not the worst. Let's see here. So the top of the deck is just going to be Force of Will plus Thassa's Oracle. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And they know we play Daze, so they probably aren't really comfortable. They aren't comfortable letting, like tapping or sacrificing the Ghost Quarter. Let's ponder here. Let's see if they Mindbreak Trap. That gets trapped. Okay, sweet. Oops. Gush. So now if they, oops, hang on. So if they Ghost Quarter our fetch land here, then it's a little bit dicey, right? Because then I have to fetch, and then there's a risk I draw 2 Force of Wills. Oh, that one. Okay, I'm just gonna float mana then. And I'm gonna choose not to search. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, cool. Got there. Excellent. Officially on the scoreboard here with a a match win in round 2. All right, let's go for round number 3. All right, round number 3 on the draw. Yeah, this is not a keep. No mana sources. I'll keep this and bottom a Doomsday, I guess. Burdened Catacombs. I have no idea what that means, but probably like a bug deck. All right, let's cycle a Street Wraith. I mean, I feel like I want a Doomsday here, but I'm not sure what pile I'm making. So maybe like the Necro is the safer bet because we get to just load up. This could also just get Flusterstormed, I guess. Let's start with the Dark Ritual. I'm still not sure. So let's Doomsday actually. I changed my mind. That is what I came here to do. They force pitching Brainstorm, so I'm gonna force back pitching Preordain. They would have flustered it if they had it. They would have dazed if they had it, I think. Okay. So we're gonna have to like factor in that we might get wastelanded here. But what happens if I put like Ancestral Recall and then basic island? And then Recall draws me Thassa's Oracle, Black Lotus, and Flusterstorm. Yeah, let's try that. So if we get wastelanded, we can cycle Street Wraith. So let's say your Thassa's Oracle on the bottom, Black Lotus, then Flusterstorm, then Ancestral Recall. So we're gonna have to cycle the Street Wraith no matter what. That's gonna be part of our plan. Let's see here. They have a wasteland. Okay. Let's hope they aren't sitting on like a. Let's hope they're not sitting on. Okay, that's for shaman is fine. Wow, blast from the past from a legacy standpoint. But yeah, I was gonna say let's hope they're not sitting on like a mental misstep. They could have that, and if they do, then it's kind of bad for us. But I don't think that I'm supposed to play around that. Okay, sweet. Just how we drew it up. All right, cool. So this is a bug deck with probably like Null Rod, and I don't know, like that's how it was like 6 years ago. So what the hell do I know? I don't know. Is cut down a card we want? Cut down kills Death Threat Shaman, kills Orcish Bowmasters. I'm not sure. We probably don't mind having Duress. What don't we want here? What's bad? There's this old like vintage heuristic, which I'm honestly not sure how much I agree with, where it's like your top deck tutors are bad because they like what you get gets countered, and then you're like way down on cards. Um, we do need to cut something. I don't know. Sleight of hand seems good versus Leovold or Bowmasters or whatever. All right, so I'm gonna cut the top deck tutors, and gosh, I'm not sure what else. What the heck else am I cutting? Have to cut something. Time's running out. I don't know, like fucking preordain. I don't know. What am I cutting? I'm gonna cut 2 preordain and feel like a chump because I feel like that's no way that can be correct. This very much seems like a hand I want to keep. Tropical Island. Okay. I'm gonna probe here. I'm not sure if Veil of Summer is a card that's played in Vintage. Oh, okay. So they recall, yeah. Oh, would you look at that? That's aggravating. So I'm gonna probe, pay 2 life. Oppo Agent. Trop Bowmasters. Oof, dig through time. So a lot of annoying creatures. No interaction. I draw another Flusterstorm. So I think that means I'm going to be casting my own Ancestral Recall on their turn. Yeah, let's try that out. I'm gonna target myself. Thank you very much. And I might Force of Will that oof, which is probably going to come down. There's Underground Sea and the Sapphire. That's what they just drew. So maybe not the oof. Maybe they're holding up for Oppo Agent. You kind of want to ponder here. If they Bowmaster us, that's Bowmasters. Like, I think I'm actually gonna fight over this guy because the Oppo Agent we already have. I'm gonna pitch a Flusterstorm. We already have an Oracle in hand, so if we can get to like cast Doomsday with like access to 2 blue mana, then we're just sort of home free. Yeah, I don't want these. I'm gonna play my Sapphire. It's unclear to me if they want to oof, but seeing as I just play this, seeing as I just went for the artifact mana supremacy, then probably. So I'm gonna put Brainstorm in my hand and pass, and not feel great about this. Like the oof really is what I'm concerned about. There's a Misty. Okay, it looks like no oof, so that's good for us. They're passing, at least into their second main. No, they went for the oof. Okay. I'm not going to go looking for a Force of Will. Okay, I'm going to Brainstorm. So we have the shuffling here off of that fetch land. There's that. So if I actually just like keep all of these lands, like I think the days, they have a trop, so I can't daze a 3-drop, so I can put away the days and put away, I don't know, I think one of the lands. I think casting Dig Through Time still has to be better. I'm gonna fetch now, not get got by that thing, the Oppo agent. So you'd assume they'd keep open the mana here, or just play out the Oppo agent. See what's in their hand. There's a dig through time that they can't cast currently. Well, they could if they tapped out. And then there's there are 4 cards, so 1 unknown. So I'm gonna do this and see if this might make them cast their guy, the Oppo agent, just in fear of me finding Force of Will here. Do they dig in return? So if I find, oh wow, that's rough. Okay, no. But if I find a cut down right now, then that would be great. Let's cycle. Yeah, we have to just pass, unfortunately. Wow, spell pierce, huh? So I'm on like a 1 turn clock effectively, because if they get to attack twice here, I'll be at 1 and won't be able to Doomsday. That was the trop. So we still, they have 1 fresh unknown card. And then Oko. They can dig through time through a Flusterstorm here. I need to draw a basic island or cut down or something that finds cut down. Boseiju. Okay, well, now basic island is off the table because I'm going to be getting that. Oh no, wait, I can't. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, of course, Oppo agent. Okay, so now I'm not sure if cut down does it. Oh wait, Dark Ritual, I forgot about that. They just saw our hand. Their hand is Dig Through Time plus Oko. So they just need Dig Through Time to hit a Force of Will. So this just resolved. But yeah. Unfortunately, I do expect them to be able to find something that interacts with Thassa's Oracle, and because of our mana situation, we're just exactly 1 mana short of being able to also have Flusterstorm open. Well, you need to go digging. Okay, well, Thassa's in, so they're banking on hitting removal, I guess? Oh, but that doesn't matter. They cut it down, but I still win? Wow, that's sick. I think they punted that. I think maybe they just forgot how this worked. I'm not sure, though. Like, didn't they have Dig Through Time in hand? That didn't get pitched or anything. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 6 cards in their graveyard. Yeah, I think I dodged a bullet there, but oh well. 2-1. All right, round number 4 here on the play, which is awesome. And yikes, this is almost amazing, but somehow not really. But I'm going to keep. I would love to find like a land. I guess most of all, I would love to find like a blue cantrip. Put mulligans to 6 to 5. Oh no, is this bizarre? Bag that again? My weakness. All right, well, let's cycle here and hope we find something good. We didn't. Another Flusterstorm. Okay, pass. Flusterstorm seems like it has almost no text versus Bizarre. Mana Crypt. Okay. Doesn't feel like that's what I'm supposed to Force of Will. If they put Cavern of Souls into play now, I'm going to feel bad. Oh, they might. Thalia? Archon of Emeria. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, well. Edging closer to... Ooh, land. Love that. Love that for me. But still kind of far away from doing anything. Okay. Oh, they won their die roll. So lucky. Seasoned Dungeoneerino. Okay. Can't do anything about that. One card in hand. My next draw step is going to be pretty big. Come on. No! Okay. Okay. The beats are going to be on super duper fast now. They venture where? How do I see where they went? Okay. They went into the stash or whatever it is, the one that puts 2+1/+1 counters on it, and they win again. Obviously, that's not what this is going to be about, but even so. So I take 5. It gets +1/+1, right? Okay. Handy Cavern of Souls. That means my Force of Will is now off for whatever they drew. Oh, Archon. Gross. Alright, I can't beat that. Okay, so we have 6 cards to bring in. And they are Dress Down and Snuff Out and Cut Down. Not sure I'm supposed to bring in anything else. Let's see here. Okay, the Fluster Storms could just get out. And the Mental Misstep also. Counter magic in general versus the Cavern of Souls shenanigans. Yeah, I don't know if Daze is where we want to be at. I don't know. Are they the sort of tap out kind of deck? Probably. Maybe Daze on the play is okay. I'll cut a Street Wraith. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. Yeah, this seems good, right? We have to Doomsday and pass with this. And also, like, we don't want to get wastelanded. Opponent kept 7 as well. We can also vamp for Necro. And then just hope, like, win on the same turn, 1 turn later. Oh, is this where, like, I get got by the Cavern of Souls? I can't get myself to Force of Will Force of Will Chrome Mox. Maybe the Mana Crypt? Because if they have the Cavern, I'm gonna get so fucked. I'm gonna let this resolve. I'm gonna hate myself. Archon, okay. So I'm gonna daze this, actually. We know we won't be drawing and therefore playing a land next turn anyways. So they had a land, they're shocking it in. Interesting. Okay, I think I am going to get... I think I'm just going to get Doomsday, honestly. We can make a pile that probably wins when we have the Force of Will. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Beat the Mindbreak Trap. So we'll draw Ancestral. And we will draw Thassa's Oracle. And Black Lotus. And, I don't know, Taxing Probe. And we can put second Oracle there if we need to. So what's the worst that could happen here is, like, if they go Cavern of Souls and then, let's say, Archon, then we get to only play 1 spell per turn. That we just put it off for 1 turn. If they, like, Cavern on Humans, play Athalia, then that's like also puts things off for a turn, but it's probably fine. Okay, so let's put the backup Thassa on the bottom. And then, like, they can play stuff like Solitude or whatever, so like emptying the library could matter. So we draw Ancestral, that draws us these 3 cards, and then we can probe into the bottom, so that's actually fine. Okay. Pass the turn. You know you're supposed to lose this one, right? If there's any justice. Hey, they lost it. Alright. Yep. Mox Sapphire. All good. That can happen. The White Plume Adventurer. They seize the initiative. They have 2 cards in hand. Lauren of the Third Path. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, you can destroy my Sapphire. You're not going to get a turn to make me draw a card, so... So, if their last card in hand is Mindbreak Trap, I'm going to be so proud of myself that I didn't force that Lauren. It would not appear so. They are passing quite swiftly. So I'm not going to worry about him. Oh, actually, oh, I should have, right? I forgot. This isn't Street Wraith. You can't, like, this is sorcery. Okay, all good. Okay, so now the difficult game 3 on the draw. Maybe again like Mindbreak Trap. This is the second game where they went like Chrome Mox, Mana Crypt, blah. I think Mindbreak Trap is actually not terrible. I think it might be better than Daze on the draw. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Try this on for size. Oof. That's a hot hand. Love those. The 2 BFFs here. Let's keep, opponent keeps 7 as well. Let's hope not to get completely wrecked. Mox Ruby. Oh no, Cavern of Souls. Human. No, not Thalia. That's gross. Okay. Well, we can play our Mox Sapphire here, which I am gonna do. And if we draw land, we can make Doomsday. If they follow this up with an initiative creature, we are likely pretty much in trouble. Oh, that's an Archon. We can force of will that, which we are going to do. I'm gonna pitch Brainstorm. I think Preordain is worth more right now. Well, that's a blue card to pitch for force. Let's find a land. Yeah, found it. Excellent. Not sure this deck like has Oppo Agent. I'm just gonna fetch now. Alright, so we can force something now, and then we can Dark Ritual Doomsday next turn. That is going to be the plan. Oh no, Wasteland. Yikes. And there's a human creature coming? Oh. Yeah, we're dead. I'm not sure what I need to draw here for this not to be the end of this. Mox chat. So next turn, they move into the Forge. They make Thalia 4/3. So Thalia beats for 4. And this beats for 4 as well, so I take 4 next turn. I take 8, I mean. I'll be at 5. So maybe I just have to wait that 1 turn. And then the problem is now cut down doesn't work on Thalia. I'm not actually sure there's anything I can do here. Okay. They pump their other one. Interesting. Let's see what they hit here. Trinisphere. Yeah, I probably have to force that. If I'm lucky, they tab out their Wasteland to put that into play. Doesn't it call? Oh, Anointed Peacekeeper, which cannot be countered. Okay. I think that probably does it, because they named Doomsday. And then what am I doing? All right, GG's opponent. Well, that was punishing. Well, let's see if we can finish with a positive record. Be right back for round number 5. Okay, on the draw for round number 5. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's a little bit reactive, but I think we keep those. All right. No, my one weakness. No, one of my 2 weaknesses, right? Archon. Okay. Okay, they can have Mox Sapphire, but if they have another, well, I guess I fucking Force of Will Lotus Petal. Jeez, this is ridiculous. I should have forced the Sapphire, I guess. That doesn't matter. Had the Chrome Mox anyways, who cares? And I think, is that just GG's. I guess it's like a pretty slow clock, but like all my lands entering tapped is incredibly bad. The Mox Sapphire, the Mox Jet is decent though. No follow-up. I think my problem is here. I have to, pretty much I have to fetch Underground Seas because of the coming into play, of the only playing one spell a turn clause. Like if I find Doomsday, I can't cast a Dark Ritual. So, alright, let's cycle this Street Wraith. Sleight of hand. Not too terribly exciting. Okay, I'm going to pass here and then fetch a C at the end of their turn. Well, another Oracle. Not exactly what the doctor ordered. Okay, maybe I fetch C now, in case this preordain shows me two things I really like. Oh, this is tragic. I have the perfect sort of setup here, but tell you what, I can demonic consultation for Doomsday on their turn. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'll be at 9, and then I'll be at 4, and then I'll Doomsday, and then I'll be at 2. So they just need to they need to not play like a threat right now. Then I'm happy as a clam. No, please don't. Thalia. Yeah, that I think that means I can't win. What if I name, like, I can demonic consult for something I only have one copy of, and then, like, hit it on, like, one of the last 3 cards? That's a bit ridiculous. I could, like, go for Force of Will here, but then I can't cast it. Yeah, I think my line is actually fine. I could also, like, consult for Doomsday, and then untap, play one of my oracles. Then I just need to draw another land, but it'll come into play tap. I mean, nah. Okay, screw this. I am gonna go for the. Okay, I'm gonna name Black Lotus. Come on, show me 1, 2, or 3 cards in the deck. 28. Not good enough. All right. I mean, we cast the Lotus or do we cast the Thassa? I think we cast the Thassa. Also, what was actually exiled? 1 copy of Doomsday. Yeah, we don't want either of these. I'm down to 7. They are playing a spell. White Plume Adventure, okay. So that probably means that we are out of time now. They get the initiative. The next turn, they can deal us lethal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they can just +2/+2 the Archon. I guess we're not technically dead, but Street Wraith. Yeah, screw this. Let's go sideboarding. Damn. Force of Will to Lotus Petal and didn't end up mattering anyways. Yeah, we just saw the sideboard plan, I believe, from before. Not sure about those Mindbreak traps, huh? They did feel like pretty miserable top decks, but then at the same time they were like a lot better than any counterspell versus a Cavern. Bring out the Flusterstorms. Guess bring out the Sleight of Hand. We're not up against like don't draw spells kind of effects. And I think I'll shave Street Wraith and the 2 Dazes. Yeah, let's keep this. Missing the black mana, but That's probably fine. They mulligan to 6. So how about we find something that makes black mana? None of those cards do that. Chrome Mox, yeah. Ancient Tomb, okay. That's not a Cavern of Souls. Trinisphere. I don't think so. So Prudane, find me a black producing land. Okay. Taxing Probe can start. I mean that was wrong. Because, okay, they have nothing else. Excellent. Do I Time Walk here? Just to have the chance of hitting like a land or a Force of Will? I like that actually. Alright, we found a land. That means we just get to win here. Let's go Dark Ritual. And we preordain into Ancestral. Ancestral draws Black Lotus, Thassa, and yeah, I don't know. Like Gush? No, Gush is not needed. So Ancestral Gold draws Black Lotus. I mean, that just wins right there. I'm just trying to work out if there's like anything else worth doing here. Oh, I forgot to board out Mental Misstep. I think I'm supposed to board that out. Maybe I just don't show them the Mindbreak traps for game number 2 or 3. Yeah, so Purdan, Ancestral's Black Lotus, Mindbreak trap, Thassa. We know their hand. They have nothing. Oops. So Preordain, top, draw the recall. Recall, target me. Alright. So now it becomes about whether or not we can win the crucial game 3. I'm not gonna lie, I am incredibly concerned. Alright, let's get rid of this mental misstep and bring back, I think, maybe, I don't know, do we want Steel Sabotage? They showed us like Trinisphere and stuff. Maybe a single Sabotage that can, that's obviously very random, just to have one, but it can bounce it, so let's try that. Let's keep this. We have everything but like the requisite mana here, but we can Force of Will something, we can Mindbreak trap it, we can snuff it out if it does enter. Yeah, I like this. Drawing your sideboard cards. It's usually a good place to be. Oh no, Chancellor of the Annex, really? Okay. Mox Emerald, okay, that's one spell. Pass. Okay, now we can get through the Chancellor at least. Let's cycle Street Wraith. Yeah. Okay. Well, we just don't want to get wastelanded here. Yeah, no cavern. Excellent. White plume. So I think I'm gonna let this resolve, and then I'm gonna snuff it out, and then I'll go like Doomsday on my turn. This saves our Force of Will for a potential like Mindbreak trap or something. So I have to pay for the Chancellor tax, and I will do that. I guess I don't even need to snuff this out, like, but that's probably a good idea, but it's not a lock piece. Okay. Okay, let's Doomsday. Let's hope they don't have, let's hope they don't have the Wasteland. If they Wasteland us, then that's, they're not casting, what you call it? They're not casting, or like, putting a cavern into play. So, let's see here. Black Lotus, Thassa, and then maybe like a fetch land and an island. So basically, so we draw Black Lotus. No, this is not, this doesn't work, because then Ancestral Recall is going to deck us, well, like try draw from an empty library. So it can't be Misty. Let's maybe make it, I'll be at 7. Let's make it like a Gitaxian probe. Draw Ancestral. Let's say they don't wasteland us. So we draw Black Lotus, recall Thassa, and we can probe into the island. Yeah, I like this. Put island on the bottom. Then Thassa. Then Lotus. And oh, hang on. No. I need to draw the island. So that means Thassa needs to be on the bottom. I had it all wrong. That's the reason for even putting the island in here, is if they wasteland us. Okay, so they get to scry 2 here. They put 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay. No wasteland, no cavern. Good times had by all. This Archon? Oh, what is this? Artifacts your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped. So I'm pretty sure I need to tap Black Lotus. Yeah, you need to tap Black Lotus. So, and what does this do? Once you have it in play, you can sacrifice it to destroy artifacts with mana value, blah, blah, blah. So if I force this and they have like Mind Break Trap, then I probably just lose next turn because I haven't built a pile that plays around it. They could also like follow this up with a 3 mana threat, like an Archon, but I think I am going to force this. Maybe I'm supposed to pitch the Mystical Tutor. That card doesn't really seem to do a lot here. Pedal, okay, now play a 4-drop so I can Mind Break Trap it. Or anything, yeah, alright, wow. They play around Daze, but they're not playing around Mind Break Trap. So they could still have a Mind Break Trap of their own. I believe I don't know their card. So let's just pray to all that we hold dear that there is not one there. Oh, hang on. I can actually check. Okay, never mind. Well, I was gonna say I can check. Yeah, I was gonna say I could actually check. But if I checked with probe and they had the Mind Break Trap, I would draw my last card and then would have to pass the turn. So that's not really true. But oh yeah, okay, super stoked. Caught the positive record on my first go around on playing Vintage Doomsday. I could see myself get into this a bit. This is like certainly a different experience and really, really fun. I probably made some pretty big punts, but I didn't feel like there was anything too horrible here. I feel like here in game 3 versus initiative, I got a bit lucky and drew like a really, really strong opening hand with multiple layers of answers and opponent mulligan to 6. What else did I play against? I played against initiative a couple of times. Played against that bug deck where I think I got a bit lucky that my opponent didn't dig through time, but instead cast my cut down from exile. But that was pretty sweet, like resolving Doomsday with an Oracle in hand and opponent having the Oppo agent. Oh yeah, and then we played against Shops. I'm not sure. I seem to remember that matchup being quite bad for like spell-based combo. So maybe we also just got a bit fortunate there. And then versus the Bazaar deck, that felt kind of rough. But I think I probably am supposed to mulligan more aggressively. Like I think I was on a mulligan to 6 in game 3, and then they mulliganed to 2 and beat me. So that obviously wasn't the greatest feeling. But like I had a hand that just ended up giving them like several turns, and then like Bazaar just is enough to get you like run you completely amok. So, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel and like Eternal formats, especially like I guess Vintage, that's why you're watching, but maybe also Legacy, please consider joining here and subscribing to the channel. Coming back to checking out some more content. I put out a video every Friday. It's usually Legacy and it's usually Doomsday, but I do veer into other territories, like right now. And I think I'll, depending on how everyone like receives this and stuff, I probably will be making more Vintage at some point. But until then, have a good one. I'll be back with some more Legacy and Vintage. Bye bye.